most countries of the world have understood that attaining sustainability requires collective action. Collective in the sense of all countries concerned by the same objectives and try to put their own means to attain those objectives. First, the United Nations has played a fundamental role in, creating the foundation for these goals. First, the Millennium Development Goals, and now the Sustainable Development Goals. The Sustainable Development Goals are not only goals in themselves, related to sustainability, but they represent a blueprint of some agreement among nations that we need to move towards in the next few years. This is a fundamental step for peace and security in the world. It's a fundamental step for prosperity in the world. It's a fundamental step to have societies that are happy and in harmony with nature. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals that goes from energy to infrastructure to gender to poverty alleviation to urban development and so on and so forth. These are very important to focus the energy and the resources of the planet to a new form of harmony with the planet, to a new form of life as a collective humanity. Naturally, in our life, objectives are not enough. I may have the objective to be a better person, but to be a better person, I need to do something. I need to not only just say, I want to be a better person. And here we find several limitations that are important to recognize so that we move into the right direction in the near future. The first one, there is no planetary democracy. There is not an institution that has a planetary, view of things. And in this world, we know perfectly well who is in command, who has more influence among the countries in this planet. So we need to first close this gap, this democracy gap that is limiting many actions to lead to sustainable development. The second thing, we need to have resources. And unfortunately, not every country has the same resources, material resources and human resources. Therefore, we need to close this other gap in terms of financing these sustainable development goals. And finally, we need to have a human experience. We need to have the human factor as part and parcel of this process toward getting to these sustainable development objectives. Without the human factor, there is no sustainability. Without the human factor, there is no understanding of really the nature and scope of these sustainable development goals. So the view now is a new consciousness for these sustainable development goals, a new form of participation of civil society, closing the gap on democracy around the world, and created planetary institutions that are able to respond and materialize the instrument that we need to reach this goal.